President Johnson addresses a joint session of Congress to push a voting rights bill aimed at ending discrimination.
In the mid-60s, Congress led the way by enacting landmark civil rights laws. Also included were the Equal Employment Act and open housing legislation. But progress was not always evident to those who needed a job and a place to live. The war in Vietnam diverted national attention and money away from civil rights and social programs. At the same time, the nonviolent strategies of several years earlier were put aside. Black power and black is beautiful now took root in a new generation of African Americans impatient for change. Anger and frustration exploded in a devastating cycle of looting, burning, and death nationwide. 1966 through 1969 were tense and turbulent years on Omaha's near north side. Several encounters between residents and police escalated into violence. One of the worst occurred in 1968 during a visit by former governor of Alabama, George Wallace, who at the time was making a run for the presidency.
George Wallace was really downgrading us, you know, and we didn't like that. And there were a number of young people there that especially didn't like it. So they began to throw little placards that they had up on the stage, and Wallace played like those things were about to kill him, they're about to hit him. And so he hollered for the police to come. Well, the police came and they called themselves trying to make the children stop or take them outside. And then they decided they wanted to arrest some. But the children said, no, you're not going to arrest us. So they began to run. And they ran back out north, down 24th Street especially. And after they ran for a distance, they thought of something. We should stop running and do something about this. So they did. They decided to start, not run, but burn. And they began to set fires. And they burnt various establishments up and down 24th Street. And that was, it burned way up into the night.
The turmoil spread up North 24th Street. A teenager was shot dead inside a pawn shop. The killing triggered several nights of burning and looting. The Street of Dreams had become a nightmare.
I went down and it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and the fires were going and everything. You could see it. I figured maybe it was necessary. I hated to see you have to use that particular way to get that, to get something done.
Being not a violent person myself, it's hard for me to conceive why you're going to torch and burn up something, you know, because if you want your community, you're not community-minded. If you want your community to prosper, then you would want to kind of help it, wouldn't you? You wouldn't want to destroy it. And if you knew it to be the beautiful part that I knew, I couldn't do that.
Those people weren't burning up their community, nor businesses, because in the first place they didn't have any. Those businesses belonged to other people. They would come in there in the morning and sell and stay all day and sell to our people and leave in the afternoon or night and come back the next day and do the same thing. So they weren't really burning up their community. They were burning up somebody else's.
I think it kind of had to happen that way. Change doesn't come smoothly usually. Change only comes, it seems to me, with a threat or with a bit of violence.